Unit 1, Programming. Good morning, everyone. My name is Parsa Jahanfar, and I'm a junior software developer at AQ Digital Solutions. So, the presentation that I've prepared today will be exploring programming paradigms in team Niagara Dubai. Before we begin, I'd like to give everyone at Team Niagara Dubai a very warm welcome and thank you for joining us and giving us your precious time. So, what do we know about Team Niagara Dubai? We do know that Team Niagara Dubai is a very famous and renowned academy known all over the world for its premier academies bringing the best martial art training standards to the Middle East and with star coaches and wonderful facilities. We know that they're big in promoting health, promoting a better quality of life, and educating clients on the importance of self-defense, as well as promoting healthy dietary plans. So, we do know that Team Niagara Dubai is also facing some challenges. Despite its overall success, some of the issues that they are facing is poor user experience and interactions, manual calculations, which occasionally leads to errors because it's human errors that come into play, outdated and poor user interface, as well as struggling to keep records of athletes. It has done since it's been done manually. This is where we come into play and we provide our solution, our contribution to Team Niagara Dubai. So, after understanding their issues with Team Niagara Dubai, here at AQ Digital Solutions, we've implemented a program that will solve the issues and improve the system overall. So, what we've prepared is a front-end system that uses a web application or Python compiler, and the back-end system that uses Python programming language. So, the solution and contribution that we've also been providing in this application is this application will enable users to input data about each of the following. So they can put down their athlete name, training plan, current weight, competition weight category, and the number of competitions entered, as well as hours of private coaching they require. Then the program has been trained and with the help of its coding will automatically calculate and give the outputs of total monthly costs, itemized list of all costs, and comparison of current weight to the competition weight category. And this is all done automatically, no more manual. So, how will it be an improvement to Team Niagara Dubai? First of all, they will benefit from enhanced user experience. The program is designed to be very user-friendly and interactive. It guides users through a series of clear and logical steps to input athlete information, select training plans, and calculate costs. This user-friendly prompts and organized outputs make it very easy for staff and other users to interact with the overall system. As well as it does reduce human errors since it's all done automatically, which overall will improve satisfaction and experience. Number 2, it will eliminate manual calculations and errors. So the program is all automated, so all financials and costs and fees will all be calculated based on what the user inputs. This will lead to less errors, human errors, and since it's fully reliant on the application, it's probably going to be very accurate and consistent. Then again, this will save time and build trust with athletes who can be assured that they're being built correctly. Number 3, it will also help in improved data management and reporting, since the application will collect all the information from the user accordingly, and it will store it in the system, which therefore can be displayed very, very efficiently to the concerned team. So analytical and statistics will be very easy to reach. Training costs, athlete progress, and other key metrics will be also very easily viewed. And the academy can easily retrieve, analyze, and report based on what information they've just gathered. So it's very efficient and allows them to make better decisions. So we're going to cover 3 programming paradigms: event-driven paradigm, object-oriented paradigm, and procedural paradigm. So a programming paradigm is a method or style of programming that defines a set of principles, techniques, and patterns for structuring code to solve problems on a computer. So the first paradigm we're going to be covering is event-driven paradigm. Characteristics are, it's got 4 main things: event handlers, and asynchronous execution, as well as user interaction. So Events is the for a program is basically determined by an event. So that user actions, clicks and typings, messages from other programs, or sensor outputs. Event handlers, these are functions that are triggered within a specific event that occurs. For instance, when a button is clicked, a specific function is therefore executed. Asynchronous execution is often event-driven programs that don't follow a linear flow. Instead, they respond to events whenever they occur, which can be at any time. User interaction is often used in applications with graphical user interface, which is known as a GUI, where users interact with the program via buttons, forms, and etc. So, the user application, it manages input forms for athlete informations, triggering calculations upon submission. For example, in the training app, when a user enters an athlete information and clicks calculate costs, an event is triggered, then the event handler that calls calculator's cost will therefore display the response. This makes the application very interactive and responsive. So number two, object-oriented paradigm. Characteristics are it's got three main parts, as well as two classes and objects. So in the team divided by application, classes represent different entities within the academy. For example, you can have a class called athlete and another one called training plan, and one more called competition entry. Objects, so each athlete is registered in the academy as an object of the athlete class. Each training plan and competition entry is also an object of the respective class. So three main parts of object-oriented paradigm are inheritance, encapsulation, and polymorphism. So inheritance is basically the reusing of code. Inheritance allows the team to apply to application to reuse and extend the code efficiently. For instance, you might have a person class that contains general attributes like name, age, and contact information. Encapsulation is basically data protection. Encapsulation in the application ensures that sensitive data like athlete performance, metrics, and payment information is protected. For example, the athlete class could have private attributes like current weight and competition weight category, which can only be accessed or modified through specific methods. Polymorphism, it's flexible methods. So polymorphism allows the application to handle different types of athletes or training plans in a uniform way. For example, the application could have a method to calculate weekly fee that works differently for beginner athletes, intermediate athletes, and elite athletes, but it's called the same way regardless of the athlete type. So, the user application, it manages input forms for athletes' information, triggering calculations upon submission. Last one is procedural paradigm. So, characteristics of procedural paradigm allows the code to be organized info procedures or functions, which are blocks of code that perform specific tasks. Think of it as a sequence of steps that needs to follow. The user application implements algorithms for cost calculation, data processing, and error handling. Example, in the judo training app, you could have a function called calculator's cost that takes input like the number of training sessions and private coaching hours, then calculates the returns and the total cost. So you would call this function whenever you need to calculate the costs. Relation and importance. Relation is these three paradigms are often used together in software development. So a program might be structured using object-oriented paradigm, handle user interactions through event-driven paradigm, and implement specific tasks using procedural paradigm. And in our case, in the TeamViewer application, we have used all three to benefit to the maximum and be fully efficient. Importance is understanding these paradigms is essential for a programmer like us because they provide different tools and methods to approach and solve different types of problems. The choice of the paradigm, therefore, again depends on the requirements of the project, and combining them effectively can lead to a robust, efficient, and maintainable code and application. So, in our case, all three paradigms will be essential. So, evaluation of source code that implements the three paradigms in terms of code structure and characteristics. So the code structure evaluation that we came up with is procedural elements, object-oriented design, and event-driven components. Strengths are encapsulation and reusability, and clear separation principles. This is a flowchart that a target flowchart that we came up with, and it really is reflected and reflected on the application that we have made. Conclusion. So, the implementation of the new software program for team aware by marks a significant step forward, modernizing its operations and enhancing overall efficiency by transitioning from a very old, outdated manual process to a new automated application. It will address all of its issues and challenges that it's facing, making sure that the user will have a better overall experience and better outcome for both Team Aware and its new clients. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your time. That'll be it.